And now a Channel 10 News Special. Frank Rizzo, The End of an Era. Here are Larry Keane and Diane Allen.
Good evening, I'm Diane Allen.
And I'm Larry Keane. Today, Frank Rizzo, the former mayor of Philadelphia and one of the most important public figures in the history of the city, made news for the last time, and Channel 10 was there.
Our Channel 10 cameras captured the events of the day with live team coverage of the funeral of Frank Rizzo.
Tonight, for those of you who did not witness today's events, or for those of you who just want to relive this extraordinary day in our history, Channel 10 has put together a final tribute to Frank Rizzo. Special moments from today's historic happenings.
So sit back and look back with us. Experience what will always be an unforgettable day for Philadelphia.
Let's start with Jane Robelo, who joins us from outside the Cathedral of Saints Peter and Paul on the Parkway. Jane, good morning.
Good morning, Larry and Diane. As you can see, the close friends have just finished moving into the church. They started filing into the church about 9:20 this morning. Many of the people in the public are waiting to go in. They've been standing here, many of them, since 8 o'clock this morning. But there's a serenity, a calmness. It's a warm day, but there's a gentle breeze that seems to be keeping everyone comfortable. We understand that Mrs. Rizzo and the Rizzo immediate family came to the church shortly before 9 o'clock, where the casket was still open. They had one more opportunity for the private viewing of the body, and then the casket was closed. The close friends and family members have assembled now. The dignitaries have gone in. They all have special places in the church. So we understand the family will sit to the right of the church along with some police officers, and on the left the dignitaries and others, close friends, will sit. And after that, the public will be allowed to fill in the rest of the seats.
Right now, inside the cathedral is Channel 10's Bill Baldini, who's waiting for the mass of Christian burial to get underway. Bill?
Well, as you can see, Larry, right behind me, people from all over are paying homage to Frank Rizzo. Governor Casey just spoke to the family, Mayor Good, former Mayor Green, Senator Arlen Specter. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. The family is right at front, Mrs. Rizzo, Joanna, Frank Rizzo's pride and joy, his grandson, Joseph, and his son-in-law. His brother Joe is in the back, but his son Franny is all over the church making sure all the details are being taken care of. But in Frank Rizzo's mind, and I think the family's mind, the real dignitaries here are the policemen. The policemen have a very prominent position in this church, in these front aisles. All these people here are chauffeurs, former policemen, firemen, working people. The dignitaries that normally would take the front rows are sitting in the back, the lawyers, the doctors, the Indian chiefs. That's Frank Rizzo. If he ever had a legacy, the legacy would be he was definitely a man of the people. Bill Baldini reporting live from inside the cathedral. Larry?
When we return tonight, special moments from today's funeral mass.
And we'll have more reaction to the passing of Frank Rizzo.
We'll be right back.
Frank Rizzo, The End of an Era. A Channel 10 News Special will continue.
Okay, right now, following the motorcade, which is just passed by the Broad and Erie Avenue, is Channel 10's Terry Ruggles, who is in Jet Chopper 10 live. Terry?
Well, Larry, what's ironic about passing Broad and Erie, that's where that famous picture of young Frank Rizzo, the police officer, was taken by Sam Sasoris about 46 years ago. That's the one that everyone has been showing in all these eulogies for Frank Rizzo back when he was a cop in the 39th District. Now, we've just crossed the Roosevelt Boulevard extension.
Everyone is standing here in the heat, waving newspapers. They've got their ice water, everything. It's very hot, but everyone wants to see this. Everyone feeling that this is truly a historic event and wanting to say goodbye to Frank Rizzo. You see the procession heading our way now.
Luann, this is probably the most amazing picture of the day when you look at the screen and you realize that in the area of Einstein Hospital, you look to the right of your screen, right to the right, to the bare edge. You see the motorcade heading your way, and you see the lights all the way down Broad. Harvey Clark is standing by there live, and it seems to me that the crowd is a little deeper than it was even before, Harvey.
You better bet you, Larry. And one of the things you just said is that Frank Rizzo is going to be one step across the street from the city that he loved so much, Philadelphia, here in Cheltenham Township. State police, city police, saluting Frank Rizzo on his last drive, his last ride. One man behind me saying, "God bless you, Frank." A lot of that going on in the crowd now.
I wonder if everybody's feeling chills go up their spine the way I am as we watch this picture.
Absolutely.